Alrighty, we are live for the first time in what seems to be a very long time. It's been 2 weeks. Alright, let's get this started. Alright, today we are going to be building some off-road drag cars, and we are going to be testing them on the abandoned runway in Utah. But first, we need a car. And I think the perfect excuse me. The perfect place to start off is going to be the D series. We're not going to use any previous builds, nor that one. I'm going to start out with the base model. We're going to build it up from there. That's the button. Let's see. I'm going to kind of go through this quickly, just because it'll be easier for editing videos in the future. Standard frame. We're going to do a diesel. Just because I feel like more drag cars are diesels. Or drag trucks, at least. Get a step side bed on here. Never mind, that looks horrible. Bed trim, no. We're gonna kind of get rid of everything that we don't need, and this doesn't really need to be road legal. But we're still gonna keep the taillights because I feel like it would look weird without them. We'll keep the tailgate too. Body. Regular cab backlight. We're gonna want all the windows. But we don't need everything. Front bench seat. Front bucket seats. We're going to need an interior roll cage too. Just to be safe. Horn, I think it's horn 5, that's the loudest. Yep. Doors. Just gonna kind of remove everything that we can. better. Still have no idea what the detents do. I'll leave the door handles. Get rid of all the door panels though, because it's just extra weight and we don't really need it. Fenders. Oh. I think it looks better stock. Front left turn signal. Can't even figure out where that is. Oh, it's sorry, I have a really bad cough right now. I didn't even see that there. Inner fender. We'll leave that on. They're pretty helpful. You don't want mud flying all over your engine. Hood. Cut hood. Hood accessory. Don't really need a bug shield. Dashboard. Do 5-speed manual. We'll keep the range selector and the stock steering wheel. We can get rid of the bed bars because we already have a roll cage back there. Front seats, front bucket seats. We'll do some race seats, make it look a bit more serious. Alright, bumpers. We're just gonna remove them. You're never gonna really need them. We're not truck pulling with these. We're just racing. If we were truck pulling, it would be a whole different story. This would be a dually. We'd be focusing a lot more on grip. Get some nitrous oxide, which wouldn't actually work with a diesel, because recently I've figured out instead of using nitrous, you can use propane for diesel trucks or cars. You replace the nitrous with propane, which I find very interesting. Do 100 kilowatt shot size. I don't want to do the adjustable because I'm just going to blow it up. You know what? Go back to the dashboard. Let's just do an automatic transmission, because we already have the drag 4-speed automatic, and if we're being honest, it is going to be a lot quicker than I could ever be. 4-wheel drive race. Oh, I guess there's not a way to get hood stacks for the diesel, so we'll go with a fiberglass cowl induction hood. Already did the transmission. Go down to radiator support. High performance, obviously. This thing's gonna get really hot really fast. We don't need the valance? Valance. We'll see the difference between off-road and normal. Yeah, I think off-road's gonna be the way to go. And depending on what kind of tires we can get on this, how big they can be. I think we're going to go ooh, colorable wheels. Oh, those are some chunky tires. And we can make them bigger too. Those are a bit too big. We'll see if we lower them just a little bit. Make them a bit smaller. A little smaller. I think this will be. Yeah, that's good. Those should give us the most grip. Definitely going to go for some off-road brakes. Maybe some race brakes actually, because those will slow us down quicker. And this is technically a race car. And full race brake pads. Rear suspension. If we do 3-link live axle. Throw them on some off-road rear coilovers. So we lift it up a little bit more. Short links. See why we wouldn't have those. Off-road rear sway bar. Open rear differential. We're going to do locking rear diff. Front diff. Yeah, we never. I forgot about the front diff. We'll do adjustable final drives for the front and rear. Completely forgot about that. Would have made the whole thing a lot less effective. Rear drums, we'll go race rear disc brakes. Because disc brakes are just miles better. Throw on the same wheels. Throw on the screamers. That's the build. Now we just we just gotta get tuning. Fuel, don't need any of it. We're drag racing. Probably lengthen the final drive. Increase the boost and the RPM. Increase the spring rate so we can get more grip. I'm with lowering it a little bit too. Front tires. What's ballast to? Tire ballast. Put 100 pounds or 100 kilos in each tire. Drop the PSI down. And that's the tuning done. For the color, do purple, which I kind of like. What's this? What did we turn white? We'll just do jet black. Let's see. White rims and suspension, or do we do black? I think we'll do black because it matches the roll cage in the front of the car. Also, I'm looking on the stream. This car looks a lot more purple on stream than it does on my end, which I'm not mad about. It'll look a lot better in post. Off-road drag. My controller turned off. So long it's been. So right now, it's rear wheel drive with an open diff. And it's pretty darn quick. But four-wheel drive and lock all of the diffs and put it on pavement, because why not? Oh. That is a brutal crash. But at least we know it's kind of quick. We'll start right here. Build up the turbo boost and launch it. Ooh, perfectly over the rocks, too. I would say this is a pretty successful build. It just doesn't stop very well. And we haven't even tried NOS yet. That was pretty brutal. You see the engine moving up and down. Very fragile suspension, though. Let's see. What if we make it a manual? I wonder if it might be a little bit faster. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Let's just make it a race 6-speed. And if it does work better, we'll swap over the interior so that it will match. Because, it's a big NOS bottle. Seems to be handling a lot better. I don't know why I said handling, but it accelerates a hell of a lot quicker. But it does also seem to be somewhat better off-road, too. Now, I don't know many cars that could do that as easily as this did. I don't think anything's making it up there, though. Maybe one of the hoppers, but not this. Did we just do a barrel roll? What's that? I'll watch the stream real quick. Yeah, we just did an almost perfect barrel roll. That is not where I spawned it. Try that again. It's probably not gonna happen again. That was super lucky. Oh, whoa, okay. Ooh! That was not a good crash. We blew up the whole engine. What happened there? I think when we landed, the wheel went sideways and it just launched us into the air. That was crazy. But I think that was a pretty successful build. This kind of got me thinking, what would happen if this wasn't just a drag car? What I want to do is I want to take this purpose-built race car, race truck, and turn it into a clean truck, clean build that you would see daily driving. First I'm going to get rid of that trim because I don't know why I even have it on here. Also, going to make sure that we save it over the off-road drag car because this is the final version of it. Now what we can do is turn this into something that I myself would consider driving around in. Where'd the bumper be? Oh, right here. Alright. We'll start out with the front bumper. See what the bull bar looks like. I'm good. Early front bumper. I don't know. I definitely have to throw on the front valance real quick. Valance, sorry. And I think it's just the front. I don't think it's necessarily early or late. No, that looks good. I don't like that front bumper. However, maybe, possibly, that does look better. Front guard I don't think we'll need. Push bumper. Let's see what the off-road bumper looks like, because this is an off-roader after all. Maybe. I don't like how it's already scratched though. I haven't even done anything yet. Push bar. I do like that. That makes it look super aggressive. I think we'll go with that for now. Just for now though. Push bar accessory. We can put lights on it. I like that. And obviously we need a front license plate or else we can't take it on the road legally. It doesn't even mess with the look that much. Next, the rear bumper. We're going to do the same thing. Check all the bumpers. Maybe find one that we like. I don't like the big gap. Maybe the step bumper will look a little bit better. I do like the fact that you can tow with it. Not really my taste though. Off-road rear bumper. What we'll probably end up going with, because it's the off-road bumper, and it doesn't look bad. Normal rear bumper. Also doesn't look that bad either. I think I like the off-road one a bit more though. Don't really like the roll pans or the step bumpers though. So we'll see what the Zeta bumper looks like. We're gonna say no, and we're gonna go with the off-road bumper. Because then it matches the black aesthetic all around while still having some functionality, unlike whatever that was. Alright. Stability and traction control. we'll throw it on. Just because in real life, you'd want it. Muffler. Yes, definitely gonna need a muffler, but we'll do side pipes because they are cool. Spare tire. These are 6 slugs. Well, throw on a spare tire just in case we needed it. Bed we didn't mess with. The body I don't think we messed with too much. We do need this center high mounted stoplight. I don't know why they had to give it such a long name though. And you can barely see it. Fender lighting, light bar, roof accessory. I don't think we need anything. Running boards? I did not mean snorkel. We can get some running boards on there. Yeah, it looks not bad. I could do without them. I don't care. Either way. We'll check out the different options though. The short, I guess, does look better. We'll try the rock sliders just in case. They look absolutely amazing. And the short boards, it is. Trim, we don't want trim. Interior though. Let's go with a black interior. It'll match the roll cage and the bumpers. And obviously, gotta keep the horn. The doors, I don't know what the detent is, but we are gonna throw on the panels. And I don't care for electric windows. On my personal truck that I have in real life, I have crank windows. They're a lot more fun. Does this even have crank windows? Can you even roll down the windows in this? Apparently you can't use the windows at all. Alright. Let's just see what happens when we try the late. The late door panel. Maybe we'll be able to use the windows. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. Actually, we can't because the roll cage is going through it. So we'll go with a normal one. Roll cage is going straight through that panel. And then we don't need the heavy duty mirrors, but I kind of like them. They give it a bit more character. Though I am going to see if there's a way to just get an early mirror and maybe it looks similar and then we won't have to have the massive extension on there. And I think I like the heavy duty ones a bit more. Fenders, we didn't change. The hood. This will throw on the road sport hood. I like the cowl induction style, but it doesn't match like an everyday car. And the road sport, you know that it's got some power behind it, but it doesn't look too crazy. The dashboard, I don't know, interior accessories. We can have a dinosaur on the dash. Automatic. I have a 5-speed manual in my truck in real life, and it is the most fun, enjoyable thing that I've ever driven. So I think we'll do the same for this. We don't need the roll cage. And you know, we're gonna get rid of it. But I'm also gonna leave the doors the way they were before because I didn't think about removing the roll cage up until now. So I think it's fine. Front seats. I'm gonna go with the late bench seat. I feel like it would be a lot safer while still having that antique feel. And yeah, looks good. Already did the bumper and the engine. What we're going to do, we're just gonna simply remove the NOS. And then also diesel V8 exhaust, so that that muffler won't be completely useless. Because what's the point of having side pipes if they aren't actually connected to the truck? And then we need the diesel 5-speed manual, because it is a manual after all. And I'm not going to change any of the suspension, because I feel like that is fairly usable. However, I am going to throw on a heavy-duty radiator. And also, sorry, downgrade the turbo. It already makes enough horsepower. Now, if we go to tuning, and slap on as much fuel as possible, we can drop the red line. We can lower the spring rate in the front, raise it back up. We can lower the spring rate in the rear, and raise the suspension back up, along with putting some more pressure in the tires so that it'll be better driving on the road. And we're going to leave the color because I love it. We'll go daily driver. This is something that I would daily in real life. funny how much you can spin the tires. What we'll do, we will lock the rear diff. Say speed limit is 70? Alright. Oh, it does not handle very well on the road. Oh, it's got a massive pull to the right. So, let's see. Speed limit's 70. So, we have to get up to 70 miles an hour. It also apparently can't stop. But, it's whatever. Let's keep it rear wheel drive. It can easily do 70. That's a 30 right there. Loves to step out. Apparently a little too much. Holy crap. Oh. It's not built to be a drift missile, but it sure as hell thinks it is. I don't think I've ever built another car that steps out in fourth like that. I think I'm going to do a little bit of tuning to the rear suspension. Just to make it a bit... a bit softer. There we go. Perfect. I'm starting to have so many different versions of this truck It's almost hard to find which one I've been working on all this time. So let's put in 4-wheel drive. Lock the diff. And we'll put in 4 low. Let's see what this thing can do. It's a bit too low. And I just tore off some of my side pipes. If we leave it in high gear, no, it just doesn't want to get up. But it's not sorry, not necessarily meant for that kind of extremities, I guess. Because we did lower the suspension. Did we? No, we raised the suspension. Ooh. I know there's a highway on this map, but let's do top speed test here. That is a very solid sign. I'm sorry, I gotta get a drink. Horrible corner, but will it do 100? It will. And then we gotta slam on the brakes for this next corner. And then brake even harder for this one. Then we can just jump it off right here. Because why not? Let's do a real top speed test. I feel like more people top speed test their actual cars than they do their race cars. Might have to do with like different laws and regulations saying, oh, that's a rock, saying what you can and can't drive on the road, which would make sense. But I feel like you'd be more proud of your your race car. Alright, 5th gear is the limit, apparently. 5th gear is when it stops doing burnouts. Just because the gears are too long. $115, $116, $117. Almost went off the road. $118. That's all that it's got. Why don't we top speed test the drag car too? That is supposed to be the faster car anyway. And it does have NOS. The only thing I'm worried about is it running out of fuel. Apparently, never mind. Because it can reach its top speed fairly quickly. Oh, bit of lag. A very large amount of lag. And a crash. We'll try this again. 129 before we get to the rocks. See if we can squeeze out 130. It cannot handle well enough. That is one of the luckiest saves that I've ever had. I want to see, did we even hit anything? I'm watching it on my second screen. Holy cow. I see there's someone else in the stream now. I appreciate you stopping by. If you have any suggestions, let me know. Kind of just messing around at this point. I don't think we damaged the truck at all. I don't think we even scratched it. That's a decent amount of lag. Fifth gear burnout. Low of the piston rings, engine torque is reduced. Speed limit on this highway is 80. Alright, new goal. Never mind. I was gonna say new goal was to get to the auto shop to replace the 6.0. But that didn't work out too well. But now I have another idea. So I think I'm gonna end the stream. And maybe I'll leave this stream up. Maybe I won't. Or maybe I'll turn it into a video, or maybe I won't. But I'm gonna end the stream, and I'm gonna start up another one right away, just so that I don't have to do a bunch of extra editing if I do have a video. And it'll be a smaller download size, so I'll be able to get it out quicker. So